Hello there. My name is Willa. I am from London. Do you know where that is? Let me show you. It's all the way across the Atlantic Ocean in the country of England. Over the next 5 weeks we are going to hone our detective skills. We will have lots of fun as we learn why it's important for us to use all our senses and observation skills to learn about the world around us. I will even get to share with you a bit about my country. Shall we get started on our journey? Alrighty then, let's go.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining Willow and I today for the first session in our Investigation Awaits series. My name is Kayla Roloffs and I am the Youth Outreach Manager at Girl Scouts of Minnesota and Wisconsin Lakes and Pines. Before we begin today's activity, let's start out with the Girl Scout Promise and Law. If I could have everyone do the Girl Scout sign, we'll get started. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. All right, juniors, for the next few weeks, we are going to be detectives and explore the science of detecting. For today's activity, we are going to be creating our own code. The materials that you'll need for this activity are a toilet paper or a paper towel tube, a long strip of paper about 2 inches wide. You can cut just regular printer paper into long strips and then tape them together to make one really long strip. You're going to need scissors and then tape and then a pen or a marker. When detectives and special agents or spies have a message to each other, sometimes they work in code so no one can figure out what the message says. Today you get to create your own cool code and see if someone can figure it out.
Here we are at the British Library. This is the largest library in the world, containing nearly 200 million items from a variety of countries. This is the perfect place to learn a bit more about codes. As Kayla said, a code is a system of words, letters, figures, or other symbols substituted for other words, letters, especially for the purposes of secrecy. Let's take a look at an example of a code. This is a numeric code. While it first appears to be just a series of numbers, upon closer inspection we can see that the numbers are grouped together. These start to look like words and eventually a sentence. What we do not know is what the letters represent. For this type of code, we need to find a cipher. This will help us figure out what the numbers mean. Sometimes we only get a few clues to try and figure out the cipher. Can you use this cipher to crack this code? For this code, each number corresponds with the letter in that position of the alphabet. Now see if you can use the key to decode the message. Are you ready to see what the message says? If you need more time, simply pause the video while you finish decoding. Are you ready now? Here it is. Girl Scouts is fun. Well now, that's not much of a secret, is it?
Let's grab all of our supplies. You're going to take your toilet paper tube and hold it upright so that one opening is towards your table and one is up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to take your strip of paper and hold it out lengthwise. I already have my code written on here, but you're going to hold it like this. And then you are going to just start wrapping it around your toilet paper tube, okay? If you need to tape one end to the top, you can do that. And when you're wrapping it, you want to try to overlap just a little bit. That makes the code work a little bit better. Once you get it all wrapped up and you reach the bottom, tape the bottom part in place. Otherwise, it's going to be really hard to write our code. Then you're going to put your toilet paper tube in front of you just like you would a rolling pin. Next, you're going to take a pen or a marker to write your message. You're going to write just like you would in a notebook or whatever, so you're going to just do one line across and then go down to the next line when you're done with that. And when you're finished writing your message, you're going to peel the tape off very carefully from the bottom and then unroll it. And then you can hand it to someone else in your house and see if they can solve it. Now that you've tried writing and solving a code, how was it? Did anyone manage to decode your secret message? Did you have any problems trying to recreate your message? Codes are used all over the place. Where are some other places you might see codes? We might see them in maybe like an emergency situation in either like a hospital or with police officers. Sometimes we'll see them in sports games. The catcher will send the code to the pitcher and they'll talk about what pitch they're going to do. Where are some places that you might use a code? Maybe you'll use one to get into your house or your computer or phone. They're all over the place. Until we meet again next week, try a different kind of code. Use the Morse Code handout to write a short word or sentence, and then grab a flashlight and share your message. You can use long and short flashes to convey the dots and dashes, and take a short little pause in between each letter. See if someone can figure out what you're trying to say.
Morse code is a type of code that is used to send telegraphic information using rhythm. This code uses dots and dashes to show letters, numbers, and punctuation in a message. For example, this means hello in Morse code. Can you think of ways you can use a flashlight or whistle to send messages like this? Over the next week, use the takeaway activity handout and see if you can send your own Morse code messages.
Now that we're wrapping up for today, think about how codes make our lives easier. Are there ways that we use codes that help us in our daily lives? Willow and I can't wait for you to join us again next week when we get to learn about our fingerprints. And in the meantime, feel free to share all of your projects from today on our Facebook event page. We'll see you next week.
Cheerio, girls. And no, that's not a breakfast cereal. It is how we say goodbye in England. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your projects. See you next week as we continue on our adventure.